What's up, NFL fans? I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and don't forget to check out and purchase your copy of our latest football game plan book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. We have these available in both PDF and paperback form.
Gotta get away, gotta get away, gotta get away. Can't get no rest. Work all day. When will I learn?
Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you a 2015 NFL Draft special. We're going inside the war room with the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to take a look at some of their team needs to see what players could be possible selections to help fill those needs. But first, let's take a look at the upcoming picks the Cowboys have in this year's draft. First, let's take a look at the mock draft rules. Number one, these picks are based off what I would do as the GM of the football team and what I believe the team needs are. And second, these rankings are my own personal rankings, which you can find on our website at footballgameplan.com/NFL draft. And this is not indicative of where I think these guys will actually go in April's draft. First, let's take a look at the team needs for the Dallas Cowboys. Number one, I feel as though they have to find a game breaker at running back. I know they signed Darren McFadden, but he's not enough to try to replace what you got last year from DeMarco Murray. I also feel as though they need an impact guy at defensive tackle. Getting interior pressure is key for that defense. And I would also look for them to find Tony Romo's successor at the QB position whenever he decides to hang them up. And also secondary depth is key. And I didn't put linebacker on this list because I know they re-signed Rolando McClain, and I also like some of the depth that they have on the roster already. With their first round selection, I had the Cowboys getting Malcolm Brown, defensive tackle out of Texas. I like what he brings to the table. He's my #1 rated defensive tackle and gives them everything that they're looking for at the defensive tackle position that can instantly upgrade their defensive line. I'm a big fan of Austin Dodge and what he brings to the table, and I think he would do a fine job grooming behind Tony Romo. You have to go back and check out my film session video to see why I'm a big fan of his game. His accuracy and ball placement is off the charts. I think he would be a great fit in that Dallas offense because he has a lot of the same traits that Tony Romo had coming out of college. In the third round, I had the Cowboys getting their game breaker in the backfield in Duke Johnson out of Miami, 5'9", 206, a guy with the home run ability that would instantly upgrade what they're doing offensively and make them, once again, very tough to defend. I doubled down on the defensive tackle position in this mock draft with Joey Mabu out of Houston, who had a great week of practice at the Senior Bowl. I love his quickness off the ball. He can play the 1 or the 3 tech within that Cowboys defense. A small school cornerback that you have to become familiar with is Cariel Brooks out of Adams State, who played in the Medal of Honor Bowl. Very good football player at 5'9", 196, and adds much needed depth to that Cowboys secondary. Adding depth along that offensive line with Quentin Spain out of West Virginia, 6'4", 332. You add him to this offensive line along with Darian Weems, and now you have two good young players that can provide that rotational depth along the offensive front. I like the addition of Darrell Eskridge out of Syracuse as a third safety, 6'4", 205 out of Syracuse. And if the Cowboys want to utilize a big nickel set versus these spread offenses, I believe Eskridge could do a great job in the slot as an alley defender. So let's recap my 2015 mock draft for the Cowboys. When you look at the first round selection, getting an impact guy starter from day one in Malcolm Brown, I believe instantly upgrades his defense. Duke Johnson is a guy that can hit the home run from anywhere on the field. And I love the secondary depth on the back end with Cariel Brooks and Darrell Eskridge. And also want to give a huge shout out to Cowboy fan forums for always showing football game plan support.